Hello and welcome back. We are ready to start our top 8 at Offenbach Regional Championships. I am very excited. How do you feel, Bernado?
I'm excited as well. So, yeah. So we just picked like the first seed person and the 8th seed person, which are Bernado, Diaz, and Patrik Holler. Oh, Patrik Holler is first seed, and Bernado Diaz was 8th seed. We had Patrik already on stream with showing us why the Shining Lugia is so good against Buzzwole Gabador. Mm-hmm. Maybe he can do this again. And yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting match. Patrik ended up in the first seed with his Shining Lugia deck. We also had Bernado on stream earlier today, if I recall that correctly. He's playing the Buzzwole Shrine deck. You guys saw it. I think some of you even asked for the matchup. There were some other interesting matchups, definitely. Steelix, Wailord, definitely a crazy deck. But the matchup he's facing is not too good, so we did not really want to show you an unfavorable matchup. So,
yeah. Let's see who's going to go to top 4, because there's some weird pairings going on, and I think this is somewhat of a standard matchup. So, and they played before, so maybe Bernado is now he adapted or has a better game plan to now react to the Shining Lugias. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we'll just find out if he's able to make a comeback here. Compared to round 1, I guess.
It was, yeah. And I mean, he made top 8. He is in a good position. He's proven that he's a player who can play well during a whole day. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he must have had an easy day too, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he went undefeated day 1, and I mean, Patrik did as well, so they both had very good chances going to the day, like making top 8. So
we see those players doing that setup.
Yeah. So yeah, they remember the price cam. That's good. And as we were saying, like it's pretty much relatively standard Buzzwole Gabador deck list, and Patrik Holler is like somewhat of playing a crazy version of a Psychic Box deck, because he's playing like 3 Shining Lugia, and the reason is Aeroforce does. We just got the hint that there's always Inkay is like the most prized card in this tournament. Like we already have double priced Inkay.
We also had triple price.
Yeah, we had like double price and triple price in one round, one game, and now it's happening again. So I don't know.
This seed is jinxed.
But then again, Patrik wants to make sure that there's like at best like 2 to 3 abilities in play, since Bernado can abuse too many abilities on Patrik's side, since he's also playing Weavile.
Oh.
Which does 50.
What line is he playing?
I think it's very thin line. It's only a 1/1, and the Weavile is priced, but nonetheless they played already, and Patrik knows that Bernado is playing at least 1/1 Weavile, so he has to make sure to not bench too many abilities.
Yeah, very true. And actually, Patrik had a very good start. Let's see how Bernado is going to react to that. Is that a DC? No, it's an item on Trubbish, right?
It's a choice band, yeah.
Choice band to Trubbish. Lily turn 1, not giving him too many extra cards. We see an Acrobike. He is playing one of these faster variants.
Yeah.
We see him discarding a Slugma.
He's discarding the Shroud of Punishment because he knows that, like most of Patrik's stuff, he's going to use like all non-GX. So
actually, it's pretty nice that he's able to discard 2 Shrine of Punishments.
Yeah, they won't get stuck on that. Yeah. Then again, like the reason why Shining Lugia is so good is that it has, first of all, it's a 1-price attacker. It's 130 HP, and it also has fighting resistance, and that's one of the reasons why it is so good in this form of meta.
Yeah.
Where we have a lot of Buzzwole Gabador decks in play, decks all around the day. So let's see. So
Patrik directly going after the Oranguru, seeing that Bernado is not drawing too well and denying him his drawing option, but there's the Cynthia.
So he is still out, but Bernado really would like to have his Oranguru to have access to more stuff he wants. So losing the Oranguru early is kind of unfortunate. And also Patrik was able to get an Inkay of the prizes.
Oh yeah,
so
that's very fortunate.
I mean, he will draw him fairly early, but nonetheless, it's kind of funny how many Inkay are prized this weekend.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And we see Bernardo, he hasn't managed to get an energy on board.
No.
But he has 3 energies in his hand, so
yeah, he has.
We should be seeing an attack this turn.
But he has to discard an energy though.
But he does not really want to use the rainbow energy, because that would make him only if he attaches it to Buzzwole, it only has 120 HP, and that's a KO with Shining Lugia. So
it's a KO anyway. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like he has the beast energy in hand, I think, so he can attach that and put more pressure on Patrik, which is like a good start for the game. But it seems like the Oranguru was his only way out for draws wise, except for Makago, of course. But then again, you don't want to use Makago in these situations for just a draw support. You rather want to have like your spicy attacks and the crazy things you need.
True.
Both having a very slow setup. I mean, there's probably now going to be Inkays on the bench, but it's usually what you want Inkays like turn 1, and he's not. I thought he's going for an Inkay there, and he's also going for a Oranguru.
But he has an Inkay in hand.
Yeah.
He drew it from his press cards.
Sure. It's like both have a somewhat weird setup. Like usually you want to have 2 or 3 Inkays turn 1, so let's see. But Patrik is able to find energy, making sure that he has a knockout with Arrow Force on the Buzzwole.
Yeah.
So I think Bernado used Makago to get a draw support. He needs a lot of things to make a return KO. At least an energy, because he's on the Sledgehammer turn.
Yeah.
But he has to make sure that after the after his Buzzwole goes down, he has more stuff that he can, and more attackers he can pull in play.
Yeah, he has to think that through now.
So he's using Smooth Over.
You see what he was getting?
No.
Too bad.
But then again, like most of the time, people using Smooth Over, they won't show us.
Yeah, but because it's also unnatural to flip the card over for too long.
So it's a clean Lily for 6.
Well, we're going to see it now anyways.
And I mean, he has to knock out, right? It's 120. Yeah.
Yeah. 120.
Minus 20 is 100, 140.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. So now it's Patrik's turn on trying to figure out how to power up the next Lugia, because ideally he wants to get 4 energies in play at once, but he can't do that. He can Psychic Recharge once, attach a DCE, and then he's out of options at this point.
But Patrik needs to get a KO next turn.
Yeah, otherwise.
So he's out of Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer goes on and on and on, and
yeah.
you really don't want to have that. And I think there's no target to. Maybe he can Guzma the Makago.
Or the Trubbish.
Or the Diancie, yeah. And
I mean, worst case he can.
Because like Urchin Wind is 60, but if the opponent's Pokemon has
an ability.
Yeah, it does 60 more, but unfortunately he doesn't have a Guzma in hand.
Yeah, he just played Lily.
So maybe he's just trying to retreat into.
No, he's going
Oh, I
to
thought like maybe like being conservative for a turn, but he's full on pressuring Bernado at this point.
I mean, it's not going to be a KO with Sledgehammer.
No, it's not, but it still has to be.
Do you know if Bernardo is playing Kukui? Well, we can
I think
check.
so, yeah. So there's potential knockout.
Huh.
But I don't see in his hand. He has a Guzma.
It's 30 plus 90 plus Diancie.
No, it's not enough. It's 140 minus 20. Resistance is 120.
So he needs a Kukui.
But he plays Cynthia. Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah, it is. But on the other hand, he's still on the sledgehammer turn, so...
That's true.
Yeah. Still pressuring Patrik Holler there, because he has only one Malamar in play, and if you can shut that off, it's really hard for Patrik to get energy in play.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we saw him round 1, he had like 2 Malamars in play at every point of the game, so he was able to attach them the energies from the discard pile constantly. So could be kind of hard.
But Patrik is not too far away from that point, and he's not really behind in the game.
No, he's not.
He's still in a very good spot.
The potential second Malamar next turn, and then promoting the Tapu Koko, maybe finding another Shining Lugia, and it's good to go if he has the DCE.
Yeah, he should be fine. Both players are still in a position where they could win the game if they play that well.
Yeah, sure. Especially since Garbodor shines in the late game. And
we forgot to keep track of Patrik's items.
Is there only one? Well, that's impressive.
Wow.
That's quite an achievement, to be honest.
Good guy Connor at the computer is keeping track for us.
What would we do without him, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, I think it's just Sledgehammer for 120.
Just.
Yeah, just. I mean, it's still a lot for 1 energy. But it's quite not enough. Like, you know the feeling when you're like, oh damn, Buzzwole is like, I'm 10 too short to knock out the Buzzwole. Now, Bernado knows how he feels, how the opponent feels.
There's the energy. Oh, second energy.
Yes, so he could use Swing Around, but
No. He isn't using Swing Around.
Oh, isn't this a counter energy?
I think so. But it makes no sense to use Swing Around.
Yeah, of course it doesn't. But then I don't know why he attaches. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. Patrik's probably going to get a second Malamar in play. There he goes. Now he has to make sure that he has another attacker, like after the Shining Lugia gets knocked out. So we'll see.
So
I think he could be conservative with his psychic recharges and waiting for another attacker like next turn, or he attaches it to like Malamar. Yeah, since Malamar can hit for weakness and knock a Garbodor out, that's a thing he can do.
And the Buzzwole goes down with the energies.
So maybe we see a Trash Lunch for 20 or for 40. No, it's
2 items now.
Still, it's quite impressive Trash Lines.
Wow.
So it's 2, yeah.
Yeah, we now get a die. That's nice.
So, but it's still enough to knock out the Lugia, so Bernado pretty much has to take it. There comes the Sneasel, putting potential pressure on...
I mean, he has 1 Marshadow, 1 Oranguru, 2 Malamar. That's already a lot.
So,
That's unit energy.
Can you please be so kind to put up Sneasel?
We will. Oh no, it's a Sneasel.
You just put it there, so it does 10 probably, which is enough, kind of.
Yeah, I mean
it does Ambush.
10 plus
10 plus 20, so it's enough for the Shining Lugia. Wow. I did not expect this to happen. I gotta be honest. But
that was a super cool move.
Sometimes you have to do what you have to do, right?
A man has to do what he's gotta do.
Yeah, so putting down third potential Malamar and pouring up the Malamar for maybe a Guzma play on the Garbodor.
I mean, Sneasel even has psychic resistance.
Yeah, so we'd rather not attack this. It's kind of weird board state right now.
And we have a Guzma for the Garbodor. Oh, interesting that he decides to take the Garbodor without the tool.
I think it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter at all because Choice Pen is only for GX and TX.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, actually, it's better to KO the one without the tool,
so
he's
so
not able to attach the tool. We see next fall for nothing.
I mean, his only
I think he has no basic.
His only one Sneasel is in this card pile, and the only real attacker. No, it's in the bench, of course. And his only real attacker is Gobbler at the moment, so I don't know. I think he has to attack with Trash Lunge, and yeah, I mean, Patrik Holler is very far ahead at this point. They have plenty of time left, so at least they don't have to worry about this game going into time. So
yeah, that's nice about those 12 rounds.
They really can play it out.
Yeah, time. That's really nice.
So let's see what he used for smooth over. I think he picked the Judge. He changed like last second. So probably he plays a Kukui. Yeah, making sure that he has a Judge in hand and 2 Rainbow Energy, so he's good to go.
Malamar's weakness. He has played 2 items. So
that's
isn't 20 plus Kukui 60.
Wait a second.
So that's enough with Kukui.
Oh yeah. As I mentioned, it's kind of weird attacks, like Sneasel taking knockout, Kukui Gabudo taking knockout. Yeah.
That's why he played the Kukui.
I was like, it was just to draw some more cards, but
then
I was like, yeah,
it was for the
2
KO.
items in this card. So Acrobike, I think he's debating because he has a Rescue Stretcher in hand, so he could get back a Lugia potentially.
Yeah, I mean, he's still debating for Acrobike. There was an energy, but I think he has no energy in hand, so he's debating whether he wants to attach it from his hand or have it in the discard pile. Oh, he has an energy in hand, so.
And it seems like he has Lugia in hand as well, if I'm not mistaken. So he could Rescue Stretcher for Malamar, and then having Lugia attached from hand. Or play. Did he have a Lugia? I wasn't 100% sure about it, but I thought I had seen Lugia.
But I think it would be better to now start attacking with Malamar, so he hit for weakness.
But then again, yeah, I mean, he has TCG left, I think.
Yeah, but Bernado does not really has another powered up attacker on his bench, or an attacker in general.
But if he has
the Weavile.
Yeah, but the Weavile is taking a knockout
still
anyway.
a Sneasel, right?
Yeah, but he drew it off the prizes, the Weavile. So
yeah, but Patrik doesn't know.
Yeah, that's right. So it seems like he's going for the Malamar play.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of unusual for the matchup.
And we see a Shrine.
Just to thin out his deck, probably.
Yeah, of course. I mean.
And then just attacking with Spike Fear, 120 knockout, going down to 1 prize. And now Bernado has to really think what he wants to do.
Does he start attacking with the Weavile now? Because if he starts attacking, he's going to KO the Malamar, and there's 1 ability less in play, and Patrik can revenge KO the Weavile.
I think he has to.
Easily.
He's out of other options at this point.
Sad but true.
So there's also the possibility of like Patrik getting another Lugia in play and just attaching 3 energies and Guzmaning up either the Oranguru or the Makago or the Diancie and just winning off of that. So
I mean, Patrik is in a position where
he could
also Guzma, a Slugma, the
Makago.
I'm not so sure. What's Oranguru's attack doing? Maybe we can see some crazy action here.
Oranguru's attack is 60 plus 20 times
it's
the amount
not super bad. It's enough to KO small basic.
But he has to attach 2 energies though, so can't use it this turn. So he's playing the Judge to like limit Patrik's outs of drawing what he needs to seal out the game, and maybe from there on he can like sweep the board. using Smooth Over, getting what he needs. So I think they're debating if he did Smooth Over. No. Okay, or maybe they're just having fun.
They're having fun.
Like, if someone picks up his deck and they're like starting to talk and interact, I feel like, oh, did we miss like Smooth Over? Did he Smooth Over twice or something? But it should be good.
And down goes Malamar.
Yeah. So.
There's an acrobatic.
He chooses not to take the Malamar.
Interesting.
So.
Is he no trouble?
Maybe has another Malamar deck?
Or maybe he just wants something different. A Lugia, for example. Or Mimikyu. We see a Mimikyu.
Oh, there we have the Mimikyu, yeah. So. Bernado has 3 abilities on his field, so if he has an energy in hand, that's game. Instruct for 1, instruct for 2. I don't think he has an energy.
Mystery Treasure.
So, oh, he has double Malamar, and if he has double Malamar, he has game.
That's like
that's double Malamar. Maybe on Malamar on
he miscalculated something. Or his plan.
Oh, so he went for another out, yeah. And he has energy.
There's the energy.
Okay, so there we go. That's game 1 for Patrik Holler. Showing again that Lugia is one of the best answers against the Buzzwole. Like, it can hit for just the perfect numbers, and it denies Buzzwole hitting for the perfect numbers back. So it's pretty much like playing against Buzzwole, where you usually are like 10 short with the Sora, for example. Now it is like Bernado being most of the time like short to take the knockout in Lugia.
I mean, both of these decks, they kind of are based on the same advantage of being a basic Pokemon, a 1-price attacker that deals a quite good amount of damage, and their opponents just don't hit the right numbers.
Yeah, so they're
very annoying.
The fact alone that they only give prize, they give up only 1 prize is so good in a metagame where so many GX Pokemon are a relevant factor. So you often just win the prize race by only giving up 1 prize, which is super good, which both take advantage of. So yeah, I mean, we had Shiny Lugia earlier this day, and it's just a really good answer against Buzzwole. That's it. I mean,
it's also an enjoyable deck to watch, in my opinion.
Though, I mean, Shiny Lugia is still a shiny Pokemon, and it's still a shiny card, and it's like hard to come by. So it's really good, but it's also really hard to come by. So
yeah, we see those players setting up for their next game. Thinking of what Bernado could have done different, it would probably be drawing better.
I think like it was kind of weird. Both had weird setups, both had weird attacks, and both had weird damage counters going on. So, I mean, Sneasel for 10 damage.
Yeah, if you need to attack.
Yeah, sure.
With
it works out, of course.
No, I mean, if you really need to attack with Sneasel, it shows that you're not in the position you would have liked to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, Bernado has to take a mulligan, having no basic, so...
Patrik setting up his prices, so we switch to the price cap, and we see them.
Like, a bunch of...
Oh, there's a no wrong Europe.
And a bunch of draw supports as well. Good. So... The chance of him not drawing what he wants is higher, but then again, his deck is very consistent, so we'll see.
Bernardo's setting up as well.
Hopefully it's basic. So just the anti-Brisp Star, yeah.
Not the worst start.
But not the best either. You don't want to start with it, you want to have it early on the bench. So if he has a way to treat it early on, that's okay. But it's not like, yay, I have an active.
Yeah, that's very true, but could have been worse.
So he's opening up with an Ultra Ball. I think he has a Macago and a Macago in hand. But he only needs 1, to be honest. And I think he has 2 Lily in hand, so he can maybe get rid of 1 Lily.
Yeah, I think he's at the state where he's trying to maximize the cards he's going to draw with his Lily, and then looking
I just
how this is going to work
one
out.
Lily is fine for turn 1. You don't need both of them. So yeah, he's going for his main attacker, which is Buzzwole, and hopefully he has a way to retreat his Diaz out of the active really early to put more pressure on Patrik's side of the field. So there's counter energy going to Buzzwole.
And the Lily turn 1 for 8 cards.
So they're counting very accurately. No other basic as far as I can see, like no Slugma. Just that choice band. It doesn't matter too much in this matchup, but it's still 1 out less he could draw in his deck. So
yeah, I mean there's no reason not to attach it.
Yeah.
So let's just do it.
if Patrik plays a judge, it's not in the deck anymore, so you don't draw it into it, so it won't hurt to play.
We see an acrobat.
And this time Patrik has to play items earlier, so maybe this could be a problem.
Oh, that's true. We already saw acrobat, mysterious treasure,
and actually,
mystery treasure.
And I actually like to discard the Sudowoodo because it won't make too much of a difference, and it's also
it's an ability.
It's an ability on the bench, yeah. So setting up the Mimikyu early as well. I think Patrik is just doing what Patrik's deck is supposed to be, like setting up some in case, setting up some attackers, and then pass and hit for a bunch of damage next turn.
I mean, an energy would have been nice.
Yeah, he's drawing 6 cards for Lily.
I think he has not managed to get energies in the discard pile.
No, but he has some in hand, so
yeah.
He'll be able to maybe discard. He has a mysterious treasure in hand, which he can use maybe next turn and discard
he
energy.
also has a double colorless energy in hand, so he can start attacking from next turn on. See field player being played, also only for the purpose of getting a useless card into his discard pile.
And since Bernado's playing Shrine as well, so he can put down his own Shrine, it won't make a damage difference, but it's like 1 less card he draws off the judge or something.
Bernado just played a Kukui, so we should keep the 20 extra damage in mind. But I think this time it was for the purpose of
just drawing out of a bad hand, yeah.
But does it make a difference? I mean, that's Buzzwole. It deals 30 damage at the moment, plus 20 is not enough for an NK. Okay, never mind. His turn is over.
Yeah, he also played he played Kukui for draw support, so
yeah,
he would have needed to get the entry out of the active. So yeah, Patrik is setting up Malamar quite early compared to last game. He just has to make sure that he's not evolving all of them, so he prevents a huge Weavile swing.
But so far he has only 1 ability on the bench, and 2 abilities on the bench.
The good thing is
still not enough for Weavile to KO Lugia.
Due to Urgent Wind, he's also able to just get the knockout on Diaz since it has an ability here, so it's 60 plus 60, which is really good for
perfect
Patrik.
Number.
And since prism cards don't go to the discard pile, they go in the lost zone, so they're gone forever pretty much for this game. So forever. Yeah. So ideally he'd get another Lugia and do some psychic recharges or another sort of attack like Deoxys. Or Tapu Koko for free retreat, that works as well. And he's psychic recharge to his Mimikyu.
And Bernado is only left with 1 Pokemon in play. He really needs to get something on the bench now.
He has a Sneasel though, so...
Yeah, the famous attacking Sneasel.
I mean, I love Dark type Pokemon, to be honest. Like, Dark and Psychic types, Ghost Pokemon, I love them.
Oh, you're that kind of guy.
Not that Sneasel is a Ghost type of Pokemon, but like Dark type and Psychic are just absolutely, they're great. So it's a kind of sticky spot for Bernado, to be honest.
Yeah, he needs to bench something.
He has to set up multiple attackers, like some Buzzwoles on the field, some Sneasel, some Trebuchets. And with the Guzma, he's not getting any more cards. He's just trying to deny Patrik, like, getting more and more knockouts on him. So...
I mean, benching the Sneasel is not
so
too bad because it already puts some pressure on Patrik. He's saying like, be careful. 2 Malamar, that's enough.
Yeah, but
the one is gone
he
now.
used like the swing around turn with the counter energy and the fighting energy, managing to get double heads for the knockout, which is crazy.
That's great. I mean, it's a bit risky, but Bernado is not in the best position. If he loses the match now, he's out of top 8, so he has to play for his luck.
So this is go big or go home, right?
Yeah.
So he's finding a Deoxys for himself, but he tends to not use Deoxys that much in this matchup. So yeah, he discarded it. Yeah. So.
I mean, Patrik's deck is also not that much based on Deoxys compared to other lists, to other Malamar decks we had on stream. He plays 3 Shining Lugia, so that's definitely his main attacker.
Most Psychic Malamar box type of decks use like 2 or 3 Deoxys.
Yeah, they all built around Deoxys and Necrozma, but this deck, it's a Shining Lugia Malamar deck.
But to be honest, like, Deoxys is also just like a rare.
Yeah.
or a Holler. And Shining Lugia is like the super fancy card. So.
And I also feel like it's a little bit stronger.
Deoxys or Lugia? Yeah, Lugia hitting the 130 makes a big difference, and having this, the fighting resistance is such a difference between like 120 and it's Power Blast. I think.
Yeah.
I think so. It's Power Blast.
We see Patrik powering up another Shining Lugia on his bench, so he has 2 of them ready.
Yeah, so he's really advancing sports state at this moment, and I don't. Oh, he has a Lily. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice that Patrik just KO'd the Buzzwole. Bernado is now in his Sledgehammer turn, but
then again,
it's a lot to ask for. He just played the Lily, right?
But
so he can't really get Buzzwole in the active position.
The problem is you have to 1 retreat and 2 like Sledgehammer is not enough to get the knockout on the Shiny Lugia, unfortunately, for Bernado. So we have only 1 ability on Patrik's side, so this Weavile is not doing too much damage.
Yeah, Patrik was really taking attention this time. He was.
So just passes.
Yeah. I mean, Patrik also sees.
Oh no, he attacks only for 50. Yeah. I couldn't see the energy though.
We see no trouble being played, and there is the second Malamar.
Yeah. At this point, like, Patrik is still advancing sports state. He's drawing prizes pretty much every turn, and Bernado he's in a really tough spot. He can't keep up like drawing cards and bench cards, and especially
another Lily for 6. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Patrik's run hot.
He has quite good Lily turns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, play recharge, going to the Shining Lugia, powering up the next attacker. If this Lugia goes down, and taking another prize, going down to 3 already.
Another arrow shows. And that's it. Bernado did not draw any other basic Pokemon. And
that's so unfortunate, but like it shows how good of a pick is Shining Lugia against Buzzwole. And yeah, so of course we will ask for an interview because we have so much time left for the debate.
Yeah, it went really fast.
I think
we're back in like a couple of seconds.
Huh? Yeah, we're back in a couple of seconds. Okay. So
don't go anywhere. We'll grab Patrik.
Yeah. So welcome back, everybody. We have a winner's interview with Patrik. Patrik just won top 8 against Bernado, and so first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I assume you're feeling a bit of relief.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, you played him round 1 this morning, right?
Yep.
And you won pretty convincingly. So what was your mindset going against him again?
I know this matchup is very easy for me, but I know he can play it very well, and he showed me again. I have really big problem in the first game, but the matchup is so good for me.
Okay, so we already discussed why the matchup is good, but from your perspective, why do you think that the matchup is great?
Lugia do the works.
Yeah. Just in a nutshell, Lugia is great. So going into the tournament, like, have you tested before a lot, or what like you have a crazy list, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like you have crazy changes. So how did you prepare, and why did you play what you played?
Well, I try almost every deck on the meta game, and I don't like single one. So I say, like 2 weeks ago, I'll play something crazy. I'll play something no one will expect. So I found this list too, because it's basically a list from Philadelphia, from seniors, from first place. But I make a few changes, because he doesn't play choice band and other things, but I think choice band is very important for some matchups like Zoroarks, and that decks has surprisingly good matchups against like everything. Like, okay, some Zoroark matchups may be tough, but I can beat like Vicaray, I can beat our Shrine decks, I can beat Magnezone, I can beat, I don't know, a lot of decks, so that's why I pick it. And I don't believe it the decks before tournament, but after like 4 or 5 rounds, I said, hey, it's really cool.
Yeah, so we were just discussing a little bit, like, you don't play any sort of escape skateboards, and sometimes some people, some lists play a lot of them, like 3 or 4. What was better, like the Tapu Koko or would you wish sometimes escape skateboard?
Actually, like a week ago, I still played 3 Tapu Koko and 2 Shine Lugia, but Shine Lugia is so good card for this format.
Yeah,
so I got this 1 Tapu Koko and add the 3 Lugia. Yeah, sometimes I'm just stuck into active, but who cares? Lugia can take a hit and can do some damage, so why not?
Yeah, sure. 130 HP is
huge.
Really chunky, especially like playing against a lot of fighting type decks.
Yeah,
and
resistance is perfect.
Yeah. So how was your the whole tournament run? So what was the matchups you were most afraid of, and what were the matchups? I mean, I can imagine the Buzzwole decks were your best matchups.
Actually, today I made a Buzzrock with Macargo, and it wasn't that easy at all, because Buzzwole still can make a hit. But before the tournament, the worst matchup is Zoropal, because Zoropal right now playing bodybuilding dumbbells sometimes. So, and that's something you cannot beat with dumbbells, Acerola, pole pad, everything. You cannot beat it.
Yeah.
But I didn't meet any Zoropal. I met only 2 Zoroark Lycanroc and beat both of them, because still the fact you shrine and you can hit him for big numbers, still can win your matchup. Okay,
so now winning top 8 and going top 4, are you nervous? Are you like, I got this, or what is your mindset?
Man, I don't know. I don't know what will be my opponent. There's 2 mill deck I know I cannot beat, so I will see.
Okay. So then, congrats once again. And so we're cracking packs like afterwards. Unfortunately, you can't have the cards, but we were raffling the codes away. So Twitch, so just open it.
I'm very unlucky.
Oh no, trust me, you can't be worse than what we've already had.
As white?
German cards were all white.
Yeah, so
let's see.
Then raffle them.
Do you do tricks or just?
It doesn't matter. It's up to you.
As dramatic as you like.
Replays the wrong one, of course.
Okay.
So the code will be GRI.
Yeah.
Hang on, I can do it now.
So the raffle is going to be set up in a minute, and for the rest of the tournament, I wish you the best of luck. Top 4.
Thank you.
And we go into a little break.
Yeah, we can go to a little break.
Okay. So we go on a little break. Okay.